I'm Amy from Blue Silly Question, and for our Rider of the Week series interview today, we are with the Seton Smith family at their home. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Asha, I want you to please introduce everybody. Okay, so who are you? You can start with you.
So I'm Asha, back again on the channel.
You're a regular?
Yep, you guys should all know me soon. Yeah. This is my dad, the best rider at the club.
I wish.
Yeah, so he's the one who helps us run the farm and stuff. And then that's Sam, the sixth best rider at the club.
I'm interested to hear who the second, third, and fourth are. Fifth.
I'm second, and Kelly's third.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's fourth.
Okay.
No, I'm obviously only joking. Sam, what can I say about Sam? Sam is the man.
Okay.
He does pigeons and stuff, and then he also rides the incredible Aki. And then Caleb, who's known as Caleb the Great.
Tell us something about Caleb. What number is he in the family?
He's second oldest.
And then the best in the riding?
Yo, I don't know who's better between Sam and Caleb. Dad, who would you think?
I thought you were going to say between Sam and I. And Caleb and I.
Caleb. So Caleb rides Socks and Lolly.
You've got another brother and a mother, don't you?
Oh yeah, and then we have Nathan, the bodybuilder, the muscle man. I like to think of him as Hulk. And then we have the greatest mom of all moms. Come, Sam. Come, Mom. Supposed to see you.
Making a big entrance.
And here's Mom.
And here's Mom.
Asha, tell me who this is over here.
Okay, this is Butterscotch. She's a Wheaten Little Scottish Terrier. I got her from Heidelberg. Yeah, she came from Heidelberg. She's the best dog in the world. Like, actually.
Well, she's moved in with me on this couch. She thinks I'm quite cool.
Yeah, so she's a little special one who lives on the farm. So her duty is, she stays down with the chickens all day, takes care of them from the hawks and the monkeys.
Does she not try to eat them?
No, she doesn't eat chickens.
Okay.
Then we do have Coat Raisin over there.
Okay.
He's Mr. Insecure.
Okay.
He hides away all day.
Okay. And the cat? Who's the cat?
This is King Henry. He is the stud of Nova Maine Coons. We got him 3 years ago.
What is he?
He's a Maine Coon.
He's a bit camera shy, that's right.
Oh, okay. Well, he's gorgeous. So you guys you guys breed them here? Yeah. Okay, and where do you keep all the moms and the babies?
We've got a few catteries around the house. There's one over there, one outside my mom's room, one outside Ash's room.
Okay.
And then we made the veggie garden into a big cattery that some of them live.
So obviously you've got a few different families.
Yeah, 2 of the queens live in there, 2 of them live over there, and the one that doesn't get along with anyone lives by my parents.
The loner. So they obviously stay in their little pens, and then the big man is allowed inside.
He's actually not really allowed inside because he pees everywhere, but we let him in now and then.
Okay. Be warm by the fire. Caleb, can you tell me a little bit about your horses that you ride?
Okay, so I ride Incandescence. We call him Sexy Socks as a nickname.
Okay.
He is jumping in the 130s, and occasionally we do a 135 track. I've been riding him since 2018 in June. So next month I'll have been riding him for 3 years.
Okay.
I got him when he was jumping a meter.
Okay.
He had done 1 or 2 1-meter shows, and then I've taken him on from there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So took me to my first 110, first 120, 130.
So you've done it together?
Yeah, done it together.
That's a cool experience.
Yeah, very.
And your other ride?
And then I ride Lost in Love, which is a warm blood. She is rising 8.
Okay.
She was only backed when she was about 6, so she's only at jumping 115 at the moment.
Okay.
Almost ready to go 120, and then yeah.
And you've done the work yourself?
My dad took her to 80. I took her over during her first 80 centimeter
Okay.
show.
Oh,
So,
nice.
we've been going
So you've
from
got
there.
big plans for her.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think she's going to go all the way.
Cool.
She's lost in love.
Okay. Okay.
Jumping the 115s.
Cool. She's cute, eh?
Yeah, very.
Tell me a little bit more about the breeding of your horses.
Okay, Incandescence is by Just as well, which is by the famous AP Indy.
Okay.
And then he's out of a USA mare called Rain and Shine. And then she has Rainbow Quest on her side. And then Lost in Love is by Rivendell Serendipity, who is dead now. And out of a Cosmic Z mare.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, Cosmic Z Sandal mare. And then we've also got her brother.
Okay. And
Her
who's,
half-brother.
And who's getting her half brother?
My dad's producing him at the moment. He's our resident stallion.
Okay.
His
Awesome.
name is Pacino.
So are you going to be having a little bit of a war of who's going to be getting him? Or is
No,
it going
I
to be your
think-
dad's
I
ride?
think he's my dad's ride.
Okay.
My dad will chat more about him later.
Cool. Sam, tell me about your ride.
At the moment, riding Occasional Rebel,
Okay.
which is, I think that was my dad's first horse when, coming back into riding. So, yeah, I took him on from my dad after Bella Isle, which was my previous ride, is now lame for like the 500th time in her life. So, unfortunately, she's out of the riding, so I'm riding Occasional Rebel and getting quite confident on him, enjoying
Okay.
it. Should be moving up to 120 soon, and then my dad's bringing on a very special thoroughbred for me, which I'm very grateful for. It's Mangrove,
Oh, awesome.
and he's just gone to his first show in this last show,
And how did it go?
very nicely.
Cool. That's awesome. And what are these crutches going on here? What's happening?
I just had a knee op.
Okay, well, how did you get hurt your knee?
No, it was just from a old break, and now the bone kind of grew a little bump.
Hey,
I had
no.
to shave
So
it.
how long are you out for?
I think it's about 6 weeks.
Okay. And who's exercising your horses?
It's everyone, I think.
Whoever's available.
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you play any other sports?
No, just horse riding.
Just riding. Okay, and you, Caleb?
I don't play any other sports, but I do go to gym
Okay.
quite often.
And you, Asha?
No, I don't play other sports.
Okay.
I will play, well, I guess I don't do any other sports, but I do play soccer and whatnot at school with my friends. during
Okay.
A break and stuff.
Awesome. Now, just a heads up, you two, this one over here has been telling me that he has his eyes on some horses around the farm that aren't his rides yet. So you better hold onto your horses very tight because your younger brother's coming up and he has got his eyes on a few of them. Do you ever let him ride your horses?
I don't think it's a case of not letting him ride them. I think he's too lazy to want to ride them. But yeah.
Brother honesty. And the older two, do you guys ever, how do you choose who gets the horses, or does your dad choose, or does it just happen to be this
Sometimes-
one is ready for you, or that one's
Sometimes
just
it's
for you?
just like whoever needs the horse in the moment or
Okay.
the time, or it's like who like maybe deserves it more. Like
Okay.
now Caleb's got Socks and Ollie, which are both incredible horses, so
Yeah.
I'll be taking on the next
Okay,
good
the
good
next,
horse
the
that,
good, next
that
good
can
one.
get me to the top, because Caleb's now got two
Yes.
horses that can take
Okay,
me to the top.
so it's all very fair,
yeah.
and there's never arguments.
No,
And when you're going to shows, because there's a lot of you in the family that ride, do each of you get one horse to take, and then if there's space, an extra one if you've got two rides, or how do you work out who goes to the shows?
like an away show. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think then we have to just each take one if it's an away show.
Okay.
But
And in PE shows,
then
it's
we
quite close.
just do
Trips.
we
Yeah.
take
a few
what we-
trips.
Right.
Okay. How do you guys fit in school with riding? Is it quite easy or is it a bit of a juggle?
For me, it's quite a juggle. I also go to gym after most school days, so it makes it a bit more difficult to fit in riding as well. My mum will help work ride my mare, Lost in Love.
Okay.
I'll work ride Socks. And then I'll do the schooling and the jumping most of the time.
Okay.
But
And you, Sam?
Well, when I get home, I usually have some lunch and a coffee because I've got ample time when I get home from school. So I ride my horse and then I go and fly my pigeons. And I got plenty of time.
So how many, do you breed the pigeons or do you just have them to race?
Yeah, I'm breeding them to race with.
Okay. And how many do you have?
Altogether, probably about 70.
Sure. That's quite an interesting sport. I've heard it's quite competitive.
Yeah, it is.
That's very cool. And how did you get into that?
My grandpa used to do it as a younger adult.
Okay.
And me and Asher both wanted to get into it, so my grandpa helped us.
Oh, awesome. And now you guys are doing it. So do you do it together?
Not really. Asher doesn't really care much for it anymore. Well, never really took it. He always liked the idea of having pigeons, but he never really took to it when we actually got them.
Okay.
So that was more me, and then my dad has stepped in now to help me out coming into the first racing season.
Awesome.
But I am going to join in a bit more.
Okay. We'll see that. We'll see it when it happens. Eh?
It's been said many times. Yeah, so all of these birds on this side are doing the races this season, which is the first race on the 6th of June.
Okay.
So we're busy getting them ready for that, so you just let them out and they get fit around the loft and you build up their fitness around the loft and then you take them, you load them all up in boxes and you drop them off at a checkpoint and then they have to fly home, and that's basically what the race is. So that's what
how do they know where home is? Do they just know?
You know, people try with all these different theories like magnetic declination and the different atmospheric smells and pressures and stuff.
Okay, and what do you do?
No, well, I mean, that's their theories on how the birds get home, but no one really knows.
Okay. So you just hope and pray that your birds are going to come home?
Well, they do. I don't quite know how, but I mean, they do.
They do.
They get up in 500 kilometers away from home. They get up and circle, and then they just go direction to the home.
Sure, and then do you keep track of them?
Yeah, they've all got an ID ring on.
Okay.
So that's just they have an ID number, the year they were born.
And is it on a computer system?
Well, not yet, because they haven't done the first race yet, but they will be loaded onto a computer system.
Okay, and then you can track them wherever they go?
Yeah.
And have you ever lost a few when you've let them out to fly?
Yeah, there's hawks and sometimes they just get lost. But yeah, we have quite a big hawk problem here.
Okay, so you have to be quite careful.
Well, I mean, can't really do much about it.
Yeah.
They're flying around and a hawk comes and steals one, so...
What grades are you guys in?
I'm in grade 12.
I'm in grade 10 and Ash is in grade 7.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And Asha, so you said you were kind of into the pigeons. Do you have anything else? You mentioned chickens earlier.
I have my chickens, my turkeys, yeah, and I just breed bantams and stuff. I must say, I love having the pigeons, on the farm and stuff. I dig the vibe of it all. It's quite lit. But I mean, I'm more into my chickens, I must say.
Okay.
But it is nice to have pigeons and in the riding and stuff, yeah.
So you've got a proper farm going on, yeah?
And then also
cats,
the
dogs,
cats
chickens, pigeons, horses. That's very cool. Turkeys. Amazing.
And then over here, we have got Silkies. So these birds are quite a popular breed of chicken. They're very nice to have. They're very tame. They're not loud. They're easy to keep. Yeah, so these birds are usually mainly used for showing.
Do they bite?
No, they don't bite.
Can I touch one?
Yes.
Okay,
and then these birds are mainly known for their big afros and then the fact that they...
Do they have names?
Yes. No.
Not?
I don't
Oh.
name my birds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're known for their big afros on their head, and then the fact that they stay fluffy all their lives. They don't really grow feathers except for slight wing feathers, feet feathers, and then tail feathers, but very slight, not really.
Okay. Okay, what bird is this?
That is a cold neck. Okay, here comes another turkey, and then there's another one there. That's a cold neck. I don't know where the cold neck hen is. And then the rest of the birds here, these are my Boschfelders. That is a Lowman Brown. She's one of my mom's lane hens. And this is a game bantam cock. So they're usually used for fighting. This guy over there, that rooster. They are mainly used for fighting in different countries and wada. But I don't keep him for that, obviously. And then, yeah, I use my cold neck. I will breed with him in the future once he is able to breed.
Okay. Okay, now can I touch one of these guys?
Yeah, let me go catch you one. Do you wanna... So she has a bearded Silkie, actually.
Hold here. Okay, wait, can I hold it?
Yes.
How do I hold it though?
You just hold it.
Hold it, okay. What if it wants to jump out of my hands?
Just don't let it.
Okay.
Just go.
What happens if you do let it go?
I'll just catch her again.
Oh, okay. Why don't they socialize with the other chickens?
Breeding purposes, and
Oh, okay.
they are easy prey to hawks and other animals.
Caleb, what are you planning on doing when you finish school next year? Well, you're finishing this year, so what are you going to do next year?
I'm gonna go study law probably. Yeah, I think I'm gonna study law at NMU.
Okay.
Definitely gonna carry on my writing.
Okay.
I'll probably start producing our first foal that we had, Redemption, next year. And he's
Okay.
going to be rising 4 next year.
That's to be discussed still.
The rivalry here.
Sam
Amazing.
will probably get the other one, Summer Love,
Okay.
which is half sister to Lost in Love.
Okay. I'm seeing a still to be discussed comment coming here. Asher, tell me about your rides.
I ride Mojo. So his dam is pavement special and his sire is pavement special. So he's a bush pony, best pony ever. Like
The bush ponies are always the best.
You know, he's got such an amazing jump. Yeah, so he's brought me a far way and I've brought him like a kind of a far way. Hopefully we'll still have another half a year to go with him. And now I've got my very special mare, Be My Girl, to go on a hard ride today.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is she?
She is a warm blood.
Okay.
Also a half sister to Lost in Love, my grey mare.
Okay.
And to my dad's stallion.
Okay.
And to Summer Love.
Yeah,
And-
we've got the whole family.
The whole fam dam.
Yeah.
So how old is she? Did you
She
say
is,
her
I
age?
think, 6. Yeah, 6.
And has your dad been riding her for you?
No, Caleb has been riding
Okay.
for me so far. And then Auntie Charlene Thompson, she will bring her on for me until about a meet, and then then I'll start riding her.
Oh, that's exciting. You've also got a nice young horse coming up.
Yes, very.
Cool. Hayley and Grant. 4 boys. That's quite a task.
Quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely. How do you manage 4 boys with life, firstly, and horses and extramurals and school, and that's quite a juggle.
Do you want to talk?
You start.
Well, you don't. I don't know if I always say this, but you don't suddenly have 4 kids.
Yeah.
You start with 1, and your capacity grows with it. So,
Yeah.
You know, people always say, "How on earth do you manage?" But you just do. You know, you
Yeah.
grow with your family. So, I mean, I'm not taking all the credits away from my capacity, but yeah, it's something that you grow with.
Because, I mean, it's quite busy, especially at like a show when everybody's riding. It must be quite a juggle.
Oh, in the beginning, it was hectic. I mean, if I'd worn one of those kilometer measurement things, I must have run like 10 kilometers a day at the show. Literally running. That was when Sam was riding 3 ponies, and they couldn't tack up on their own.
Yeah.
Caleb had 2 horses, and they were all new. Grant had his horses.
So it was
and our groom didn't know. what he
And
was
everybody
doing.
wants mum.
That was busy. That was very busy. Now they all can sort themselves
Okay.
out, and the groom also learned how to tack up
Yeah.
properly.
So it's all settling down and everybody
Yeah, so
can
now
help
I can sit and
themselves.
watch, and it's quite relaxed. Yeah, and then this after, the after school times is still busy, but because they only do riding, it's not that.
It's not that busy, yeah. It's not too hectic.
Yeah, they don't have other school sports to juggle.
Yeah, that does make things a bit easier.
Yeah.
Grant, how do you juggle work life and family life and riding? Because you're quite a busy man.
So I think Hales and I decided on a more alternative type of lifestyle.
Okay.
From the get-go, I think with our kids, I don't think it was ever going to be a normal kind of setup. So when they go to a small private school where the demands on them from an extracurricular activity perspective aren't that big,
Yeah.
because we sort of wanted to get them. Well, they actually all wanted to get into the riding.
Okay.
So that does make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It's not like they're trying to fit in cricket and rugby and tennis and horse riding.
Yeah.
It's just horse riding. And then my businesses are mostly in Cape Town and Johannesburg, but they've been around for a long, long time.
Okay.
And I used to travel a lot, but a lot less these days.
And what is that? What do you do?
I'm an attorney by profession, so I've got a law firm in Cape Town.
Okay.
I've got a consultancy which does human resources consulting, broad-based black economic empowerment consulting, and then a labour consultancy, which
Okay.
is made up of a number of branches in
Yeah.
Joburg, PE, and Cape Town.
Okay. Sure, so that's also quite a juggle.
Yeah, but as I said, they've been around, so
Yeah.
they're fairly established.
Yeah.
So I do a lot less work in them these days.
Okay.
I'm more sort of in a management of
Yeah.
the people capacity of
Yeah.
the staff than actually
Suppose you
consulting.
get to that after being around for a while and you find your people who work for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Haley, earlier one of the boys mentioned that you are the work rider of the family. So the number one mom work rider.
Yeah.
So you're riding quite a lot.
Yeah, it goes through phases, and then after a show, there's less riding to do because the horses are having a relax. But I do mostly just outride them.
Okay.
And sometimes help with flat working. I ride Caleb's, both of his horses I can ride out, although Socks is now on a super food that gives him a lot of energy. And if he hasn't ridden for a few days, I rode him the other day. So he hadn't ridden since the show and then rode him on Friday. And I'm like, I do not like riding Socks on the new food. He's like a lot of energy. But he's still...
He's ready to jump the big jumps,
Yeah,
not just a chilled out ride.
So I prefer not to ride Socks.
Okay.
But I love riding Lolly, Lost in Love, and I'll ride Sam's Chestnut as well,
Okay.
out riding, and yeah, he does, because Sam's only has one, he's
Yes.
got a lot, but I have to do
Yeah.
and I've moved off of having to ride any ponies, that wasn't so fun.
Grant, how many rides have you got at the moment?
I'm riding 3 at the moment. I've got my stallion, Pacino, who's jumping 90 centimetres. Still very young, he's only
Okay.
4.5.
Okay.
Then I've got Wish to Land, who I bought from Diane Boertis probably about 6 months ago.
Okay.
He was going. I think he'd done 1 or 2 110 shows. I'm jumping him in the 120 classes. And then I am producing Samuel's Thoroughbred Mangrove.
Okay.
And it's so easy. When Sam's legs better, I think I'm going to hand him straight over to Sam.
Okay.
So then I'll be down to 2.
Okay. And then have you got any others coming up, or are you just going to stick with the 2 for now?
For now, I'm going to stick with the 2. We've got quite a few babies.
Okay.
So we've got 2 2.5-year-olds. They'll be backed probably April next year, and then
Okay.
going to really, basic work. Then we've got 2 babies, 8 months old. 8 months old now. Yeah, 8
Okay.
months old. And I've got 2 mares that are currently in foal. Very exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been carrying now for 6 and 7 months respectively.
Okay, so they're going to
holding
be
thumbs
popping
that-
soon.
Yeah, I'm holding thumbs that it's all going to go well till spring.
Yeah, awesome. And how did you... Was it always a plan to have a stud, or have you just has it just come along as you've gone into the riding?
And I think once we decided to get into the horses, well, I had nothing to do with it. I just found myself back in horses.
Okay.
My kids and Haley made the decision in Cape Town. They were all riding.
Okay.
I hadn't sat on a horse probably in 20 years.
Sure.
And we decided to move to PE, buy a farm, and the plan was always to get into breeding there.
Okay.
Took it slowly though, because it's not something you just jump in and...
Yeah, and just have lots.
and by the time I realised how much the game has changed in South Africa and how far it's come. I mean, when we were riding as youngsters, there was maybe a handful of warm bloods. Everything was thoroughbreds. Gonda Beatrix was riding, I think she had one warm blood. Otherwise, she was only riding thoroughbreds. Peter Potts was on thoroughbreds. That was my era growing up.
Yeah, with thoroughbreds.
Yeah.
So your plan with the babies that you are breeding, are you planning on keeping them or eventually sell them?
I think it depends, because not every horse suits a rider.
Yeah, for sure.
The ones that I think suit my children who are riding, or myself, will probably keep.
Okay.
And we not small.
Yeah.
Although Haley's small.
Yeah.
The boys aren't that small. I don't think they're going to be that small. So, we need
big horses.
Slightly bigger horses. So, if they fit the bill, we'll probably. I'm breeding more to ride than to sell.
Okay.
But we will sell.
Yeah. Awesome. And then, how do you decide who gets who? Because earlier there was a still to be discussed comment. So how do you decide?
I think it also depends on the jockey. What does the jockey want to achieve, and how much is the jockey putting in?
Okay.
Because it's one thing to throw horses at kids,
yes,
but they need to be ridden. If they're good horses, you want to see the horse reach its potential. So it's important for me to see my kids putting in the effort that's needed to do justice to the horse that they've been given.
Yeah.
So that does play a part, and also who's got a gap to ride, who's got the availability to ride another horse. We're only really getting into the part now where it gets a bit trickier. Sam's only been riding horses for a year. With the whole COVID thing, we missed out on a whole bunch.
Yeah. Okay, so now everybody's starting to get into you've got 3 boys' horses. It's not ponies and horses, so that will become a bit trickier.
I think so, but we've got good ones coming through.
Okay.
So I think I'm confident that they're all going to end up with a decent ride that will be able to, I hope, if they want to go open, I'm hoping that every horse that they get is going to be able to do it,
But then Grant has also said for Sam's final junior year that Caleb would need to allow him to ride either Lossinar or Socks.
Okay.
So that he's got
a chance,
a horse that's already there to go. So
that's also very nice. They share, and they're also on that same...
So that he has the same opportunities that Caleb had when he was in the same because when Caleb started on horses, Sam had really nice ponies.
Okay.
That he had Bob Marley that he was riding. Well, they weren't the easiest ponies.
Yes, but they've
top ponies.
Been there and done
that. So he was riding in the top grades. So it just worked out perfectly at the time.
Okay.
So that Caleb got his horse that we didn't know was going to be amazing. When we got Socks, he was just an off-the-track thoroughbred full tendon.
Shame.
So it just turned out that
it worked out well,
So that's how life goes, and I don't think that they would feel anything was unfair about the way things have turned out.
I love how you've done everything. It's just when you look at the whole picture, you can just see how everybody's happy. Nobody's fighting with anybody, and everybody's happy with what they've got.
Yeah.
Grant, you have got a new position at the riding club. Chairman, congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm excited. I think PE has got such a fantastic heritage. And it's a privilege. I count it a privilege to do my bit for the club. And hopefully I can make a difference in a positive way. and build on what's been done thus far.
Yeah. Well, as a member, I'm looking very forward to it, and it's always nice to have new blood and new ideas and new people, and it's great. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we end off, do you guys have a favorite Blue Steel product?
The blankets.
Tell me more about the blankets.
The blankets, they're nice and thick and warm.
Thanks, Asha.
Feel how thick and soft that is, you know? Buy Blue Steel blankets.
Well, I'm a big fan of your food range.
Okay. Yeah, it's the Royal Feed products are great. We've had some really, really great outcomes with it. So thank you for that. Thank you, Asha, for your blanket input. Our blankets are very popular. Cool. Thank you so much to your whole family for letting us come interview you. It's been actually a lot of fun. Really enjoyed having a different setting. And yeah, it's been nice to get to know your whole family dynamics, and it's interesting. And I think it's also interesting for other people to see that, you know, even though you're a busy family, you can still fit in the things that you love to do with the people you love. So, cool.
Thank you.
Where's Nathan?
Thank you.
Nathan has disappeared. Asha's going to do the closing for us.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. And we'll see you on the next video.
And what about our Facebook and Instagram page?
Oh yeah, don't forget to go check out the Facebook and Instagram page.
Cool. Thank you.